of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. It's about to get real ugly and not for me.
I always felt like anything I say, people gonna say I'm talking about her. Anything she say, people want to.
Greetings from Elite Celeb. Remy is being made fully aware of Claressa's position. She is prepared for whatever comes next, since she is no longer content to watch from the sidelines. The ostensibly ideal love story between Remy Ma and Papoose has been unraveling for months, as everyone who has been following this scenario knows. Their relationship was previously ideal, but it's now taking a turn for the worse. Claressa Shields is not playing, and her relationship with Papoose is becoming very tumultuous. It's comparable to a total disaster. Rumors that Remy had cheated caused things to become quite unstable, and Papoose made it plain that he was tired of playing games. Guess who had something to say just when he appeared to be prepared to move on? Remy Ma. She began to hurl insults, clearly unhappy with Papoose's new circumstances. Although Remy has been putting on a brave front, she is actually very angry. She has been making subtle jabs and disparaging Papoose, demonstrating her strong disapproval of his new relationship.
Yeah, Paps can't cook nothing. Like, he made an egg like 10 years ago, a scrambled egg, and was like, you would have thought he hit the Powerball, like the way he was acting.
The problem is that Claressa Shields went into overdrive as soon as she learned of Remy's dubious remarks, making it apparent that she would not put up with Remy's irrational anger. "Watch your mouth before you catch these hands," was Claressa's reply, and it got everyone talking.
Champ, y'all see this one, man? It's about to get ugly. It's about to get real ugly and not for me.
There's all this talk about you and rapper Papoose being in some sort of secret relationship while he's still married to Remy Ma. She put some stuff out on the internet. Give me your words in the description of what's really going on.
They got to figure that out over there. So it's not a thing of me having the issue with her. My only issue is why you leak my number. Okay. It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever friend. He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home and stuff like that. Because that's not what happened.
Because that relationship was already over.
That was already over.
Okay.
So now that's their privacy and they didn't do that. But she's out with this guy parading around, whatever. So everybody knew that she was with this guy.
When Remy is out there being resentful, Claressa is standing her ground and making sure that everyone knows she's not someone to mess with. And this is where things start to get interesting. Supporters have already taken sides, with some saying Remy caused this herself and others believing Papoose is letting things go too soon. It's evident that Claressa isn't scared of Remy and won't be giving up anytime soon now that the fairy tale is finished, despite everyone's belief that Papoose and Remy Ma were inseparable and the embodiment of pure love. When it became known that Remy was unfaithful, people began to view her with suspicion. Keep in mind that Papoose kept her in check during her 6 years in prison by being devoted to her, caring for their family, and even getting married while she was still a prisoner. Although most people wouldn't even wait 6 months, this man devoted her to him for 6 years. In exchange, what did he receive? Remy not even bothering to wish Papoose a happy Father's Day was the first big red flag. It took 5 seconds to honor a man who supported her, reared their daughter, and remained by her side. At that point, everyone became aware that something was wrong. Despite his lack of words, Papoose's deeds shouted louder than words. Rather than waiting for Remy to speak, he quietly informed the world that their ostensibly blissful marriage was finished by sharing a family photo on Instagram, when Remy was not present. With the revelation of the facts, it is evident that Remy was not as loyal as she had others think. She is being pulled down by the internet, which claims that she became overconfident in the idea that Papoose would always be there. She's playing the victim now that he's finally moving on, though. Supporters are arguing that Papoose is deserving of better. Because Remy messed up a real one and was distraught about losing her safety net, they are criticizing her. And the drama is only getting started, which is crazy. Instead of keeping things private, Remy is becoming naughty and disclosing private texts between Claressa Shields and Papoose. Claressa said to Papoose in one of the chats that were leaked, "You're the one who's married. What are we doing if you can't even tell me you made it home safely or have a phone conversation with me as we sleep?" This totally backfired, even though Remy had hoped it would reveal Papoose. It made her look resentful, not shady like he did. She is attempting to change the story so that it appears Papoose was playing tricks on Claressa when they were still dating. Remy even stated that she discovered the messages after Papoose dozed off at her home while speaking with Claressa on the phone. Here's where it gets crazy though. Claressa became enraged and scolded Remy once she witnessed what he was attempting to accomplish. Rather than just dismissing any questionable behavior involving Papoose, Claressa reversed the course of events and initially accused Remy of infidelity.
It was a private situation and a private understanding of what was going on, and I respected that. You understand? And I also know the facts.
Okay.
I know the facts of it. So it's not like, oh, this is a happy home and I'm just trying to steal somebody's man. That's not it. His private business is his private business, so I can't tell him to, oh, you should have told everybody. Like,
Right.
no.
You letting him handle it the way he wants to
How
handle
you
it.
gonna handle it? Now, I don't know why she just came with all this energy instead of toward me. I don't get it because they weren't together.
Okay.
And you already have someone or two.
But they're living in the same home, so
Yeah.
that makes things a little different.
You live in the same home and you still got your situation over here though. You're still doing your thing. He's doing his thing.
Additionally, it happened multiple times. The entire time they were moving foul, she basically warned them not to attempt to play the victim. This is exactly what people anticipated from Remy, let's face it. Instead of owning up to her mistakes, she's trying to blame Papoose while, in reality, he was probably just tired of being treated rudely. Following Remy's disclosure of those texts, Papoose went out and made amends, claiming that Remy couldn't handle his long-standing request for a divorce. Although Papoose has never wanted to discuss his issues on the internet and has always kept quiet in private, he was unable to remain silent after this. With Remy having just opened a can of worms, the entire world is watching to see what happens next. Because she believed she was exposing Papoose, she may not have been able to stop herself, but instead, she made herself appear filthy and frantic. Now that Claressa is independent, it appears Remy may have chosen a conflict she can't win. As an adult, he also made it apparent that she was the first to make a mistake. Papoose is now setting everything on the table after a period of silence.
Fighting over no man. You know, I'm just not doing that. So he put out his statement and said what he said. You can take it for what you want to take it for.
What was that statement for those that don't know?
It was just, he moved on.
It moved on.
And she's angry about
For
that.
months, people
So-
have been wondering what really transpired between him and Remy Ma. And now that he's finally coming clean, it's clear he's had enough. Remy refuses to sign the divorce papers, despite his recent declaration that he is done with her permanently. Since Remy is the one who says Papoose moved on too quickly, why won't she just break up with him and let him go? This has the internet wondering what's really going on with her. Papoose wrote, "Remy Ma is a narcissist who has cheated on me multiple times," in a gloomy Instagram post. "I've moved on, and now she's playing the victim. She has refused to act like an adult in this situation, even though I have begged for a divorce several times. I've had enough, but I didn't want to go public for the sake of my baby." Up until that point, Remy had been acting as if Papoose had abandoned her at random, so that comment alone refuted all of her explanations. But now Papoose is saying, "No, you're the one holding it up, and I was trying to make this official." People also started to question Remy Ma's allegiance to Papoose last year after it was reported that she had been too close to battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. Remy Ma has also been acting shadowy for a while. As more people started to investigate it, it became more obvious, and now it makes much more sense. At first, she tried to minimize it by acting like it was nothing important. Papoose may have been aware of her behavior if he was already trying to get a divorce from her. Papoose has consistently been calm and respectful. He has never used social media to garner attention, which is what truly persuaded people to support him. He didn't say anything, even after the whispers about Remy started. But now that he's reached a point where he's done defending her reputation and is ready to move on with his life, that's exactly why Remy is freaking out. She's finally recognizing that Papoose is really gone. The question of whether Papoose and Remy Ma's relationship is over is being debated online. Since it looks that Papoose is finished waiting, and once he takes up his mind, there's no going back, it looks like Remy will keep this going on. When Easy the Block Captain finally raised his voice, the whole situation became even more chaotic. After months of rumors that Remy Ma and Easy were up to something, it seems that he was aware of it all along. Papoose was already suspicious, according to Easy, and was surreptitiously listening in on Remy's discussions. He then revealed the shocking information, saying that Remy had discovered everything since Papoose had been spying on him for a while. In fact, he said that Remy's automobile was bugged by Papoose. This isn't just an ugly breakup. This is next-level drama, and it's driving the internet nuts. Additionally, according to Easy, Papoose began acting suspiciously but never openly challenged him. Now that he had evidence, he saw that Papoose had been observing everything from the sidelines, waiting to catch Remy in the act. Initially, he believed it to be merely industry politics. Because he thought she was acting odd, Papoose allegedly recorded her discussions in his car. That's a whole other drama level. As this develops into a full-fledged scandal, many are now curious about how long this has really been going on. Papoose may have been playing both sides for longer than anyone thought if he was already recording Remy's discussions. This would give him grounds to suspect something for a while. Papoose was smart to defend himself, according to some supporters. Papoose should have just left, according to others, rather than spying. However, he ultimately got the approval he required, and he is now going about his life as usual. Given the circumstances, it appears like Remy Ma is the only person who is still alive.